And then the other question was about hypotheses. Hypotheses are something really important, and you have to, there's two different ones. After you get the case prompt and the questions, you clarify them, you want to offer some early hypotheses, and you want to mark them as such. You want to say, my early hypotheses would be, I don't know, the hotels. My early hypotheses would be that there is something wrong with our offering, since we are already seeing that the others still have high occupancy, or whatever early hypotheses you can see. Yeah, but but you have to clearly distinguish also verbally what is a hypothesis and what is an unsubstantiated answer. That's a very, very fine line between that. A hypothesis is a completely unsubstantiated answer. But you are always doing this automatically, because if you wouldn't have a hypothesis, you wouldn't know where to start analyzing things. There must be the hypothesis, well, there must be some reason that has changed for our occupancy to drop. So let's analyze this. That's the so-called the early hypothesis. And in the consulting work, there is something we call the week one answer. It's actually, you would be surprised how consulting projects run. A consulting project doesn't run in a way that we do an 8-week study and then in the end we have an answer. But studies run in a way that on the very first day, the senior partner comes in and says, I think the solution is this and that and that, this is how the world runs. And then the team spends 8 weeks verifying or falsifying this, and maybe adapting this a little bit, or seeing what's really true and what are the reasons. It's the only way consulting can work. You cannot work in a way that you go in and you do this massive research and then you find something, but you start with a hypothesis. Everything's always hypothesis driven. Okay, so that's one part of the answer to hypothesis. And then on a more granular level, you use hypotheses to help you formulate what analyses you want to do, right? If you have a structure, then you say, let's say we've got this, we analyze the drop in occupancy, and it could be something in the change of our target customers. And then you break this down and you have a couple of hypotheses, which is hypothesis number one, a new alternative to staying in a hotel has opened up. Hypothesis number two, the tastes have changed. Hypothesis number three, there is, what else could be? Our target demographic is not traveling anymore. Hypothesis number four, I don't know. So you see, you're always formulating, sort of first you formulate an answer and then you verify or falsify it. You never go in and say, oh, let's just analyze our demographics and let's just analyze this. You always start with, what's my hypothesis and how can I verify or falsify this? Now, typically in the case interview, you don't get to that level of detail that you start to formulate all these hypotheses. But let me put it this way. You do it naturally, right? You say, okay, what should we look at? What could be the reasons? Yep. Maybe a new hotel has opened up. Yeah. Maybe the others are offering something else that we're not offering. That's hypotheses.